the midweek mandate for this week. Okay, so on Sunday, Pastor Kevin talked about rest. And one of the things he started out with was R. He broke down rest, R, revelation, E, elevation, S, strategy, and T, testing. So one of the scriptures he came from was 1 Corinthians 2:16. And it says, who can know what the Lord is thinking? Who can give him counsel? But we can understand these things, for we have the mind of Christ. So basically in his sermon, he said that the psychology of God connects to the theology of God. He said the psychology of God helps us understand the mysteries of God, and that in order to understand the mysteries of God, you have to have a mind of Christ. So in essence, in order to understand the thoughts of God, we have to have a mind of Christ. And according to 1 Corinthians 2:10, God reveals things to us through his spirit. So it's through the mind of Christ that we understand the thoughts of God. But we have to have the mind, but to have the mind of Christ is to spend time with him and to have his very mind. So basically my question is, are you spending enough time with Christ to be Christ-minded? So an intimate relationship with Christ comes only from spending time consistently in his presence and in his words. So devoting time with him, doing your morning devotionals, before you do anything, making sure you set his presence before you. So a lot of questions people ask when they do about their morning devotionals is, well, where do I start? The Bible is this big 66 book. Like, where do I start? Well, that's the mandate right now that we have. So the mandate is to start with your own life. Be honest with yourself. So here's what I want you to do. Be honest with yourself and write down 3 things that you really struggle with. For example, lust, pride, addiction, hopelessness, anxiety, abandonment, rejection. And instead of asking God to fix your situation, ask God for revelation of your situation. Ask the question, what am I supposed to learn from this? For God reveals things to us by his spirit. So you can use the revelation you receive to help someone else. And that's another trait of being Christ-like. It's having a mind of Christ is looking for opportunities to serve others. So the challenge is not to look at your problems from your perspective, but to look at your problems from his perspective. So I challenge you to write down 3 things that you struggle with, right? And so each day before you do anything else, choose one of those things and seek after a scripture that talks about it. Find out God's thoughts about your problem. For example, if you're dealing with lust, one scripture to look at is Luke 11:33. For your eyes are a lamp for your body. A pure eye lets sunshine into your soul. So do this daily and start with the next 3 days with your 3 biggest issues and take them to God, not only in prayer, but in his word. And I promise you, you'll begin to find God will begin to reveal things to you. And then you'll also notice how you approach different situations. So that's it for today. I hope this helped you in some way. See you guys later. Don't forget to tune in on Sundays. And if you need to, just click the link below and you can catch Sunday's sermon. Thanks.